What is up, YouTube? Gonna be kind of a scatterbrain video today because I got a bunch of little odd ends to get sorted out. So, back from Autobot, I got the rear of the tank back on the XLCH. So I still gotta put the coil and the front bolt in. So we're gonna finish this up. Then, as you can see, the garage is absolutely destroyed once again. It's like the one guarantee in life is that I'm going to destroy the garage and have to spend another day cleaning. Anyways, once this is done, you can roll this out. I'll rip this around. I gotta hook the fuel line and stuff back up and pour gas back in it. But this one's pretty much good to go. I did just post this one up for sale because I don't really need to keep it forever. I have plenty of working bikes, and this one needs to go. The blue iron head I also am trying to get rid of, so if anybody knows anybody in the Midwest interested in 2 good running iron heads, or 1, I have them. Tell your friends. I need to move them because I think I want a boat. Then, once this bike is out and moved, I can repark this in the running bike pile. Clear out some of the stuff over here. I need that box of control arms because I should be working on the Falcon tomorrow at my buddy's shop. He said he'd give me a hand on that. He's got a Evo Sporty he needs a hand on too, so we're gonna kind of trade some work on that. Then I need to figure out a place to put this Dyna FXR or whatever it is. I don't know what the difference is. Put this somewhere so I can start going through the carb on this. I know I need cables. And same guy dropped off 2 more carburetors over here. I got an S&S Super E and a Ultima Super E with a Thunderjet. He basically wants the filter assembly and everything, intake all swapped over from one carb to the other. That should be a pretty quick one. I think I'm gonna drop the bowl and just verify that everything's clear on those. I'm not going to do a deep clean because he said it was running, but after sitting, I don't trust things that sit for a while. One little bit or clogged port will ruin your day. So we're going to go through those, not the S&S one, but the Ultima one. Go through that, make sure everything's flowing free, then slap it all back together and I can run that one back to the shop. Then, this AOD needs to get done today or tomorrow. Giving myself this weekend. This has to be done because once I get done with the control arms, if the car drives a little bit straighter, the Falcon's coming right back here to the driveway where the van is, and we're pulling the motor and trans for the expensive parts that I went out and purchased yesterday. So Trick Flow 170 heads. I got the push rods in there. It should match up. He had it in like a 91 or something. Gotta just double check everything once we get it all back together, but that should be the right length if I remember correctly. The number sounds accurate for when I did the truck. And Trick Flow Stage 1 cam. So Falcon will get heads and a cam. Still needs exhaust, still needs everything else, but since I already have to do the transmission, it just makes sense to pull the motor and trans together. Then I can separate the trans. I'm still going to run the same converter and flex plate that's already on that motor. I just need the actual transmission. So this will go into the Falcon, or onto the motor of the Falcon, and while it's out, it gives me a lot more room to pull the timing cover, throw the new cam in, and do a quick head swap. Shouldn't be too bad, and then I can finally plug up that oil leak from the dipstick tube as well. So, lots of cleaning today. This is kind of what we're working with. I'm gonna run to the shop and meet up with a couple customers. And then reorganize the garage, clear off the bench, move all this crap. I'm gonna try and clear off that one too so I can do the carb work up there. Running out of space, and then we will go through and start messing around with this Bowman shift kit. So shift kit, garage cleaning, carb videos up. I don't even know if I'm going to do a carb video on those. I kind of just want to get those in and out and done. S&S stuff. There's a ton of information out there on the internet for you already. Super fun when you get to try not to lose all the little tiny check balls. But other than that, they're pretty straightforward. So that's where we'll leave off. I'll come back a little bit later on, and hopefully with some movie magic, this whole garage will be cleaned up again. How many times can I take this gas tank on and off without ever actually needing it to come on and off? Oh well, we got one ground in here, and the upper motor mount, all of which need to go on the inside of the tank. Coil bracket on the outside of the tab, and the ground, and the tank ear through the frame. do have some wiring in here that I'm kind of fighting too. Like so. Washer and nut. Zip, zip. Thing in the rear. And now we got the fuel line, which is going to be tight to get to. So we come to this side, just drop the fuel line right back in. I'm not running a filter or anything on this. I did pick up another Bendix carb at the swap too. So this could actually only be on here for a little bit, since I got another complete Bendix with an intake for 20 bucks. So I'll go through that one. That one's got a good accelerator pump shaft, or the diaphragm shaft, which is what's broken on mine. My buddy's got that diaphragm too, but where did I even bring that thing in here? And another butterfly as well, but here's the Bendix I picked up. Seems to be in relatively good working order. The boot's a little shot and crusty, but that's kind of where we're at. Gas line's hooked up. Oh, that bike's done. Alright, they're going to grab the Falcon and park in the truck for a minute. I hate having the truck parked, but daily driver, truck's running perfect. Falcon needs a crap ton of work, so I'm gonna do a quick little flip-flop here, drop this off, do some back roads driving on the Falcon because the ball joints are completely shot and it scares me a little bit. It's a lot for me to admit, but it makes me a little nervous driving it. I'm not terrified, but not comfortable driving. So we'll run up to Dottie's mom's house, flip-flop some vehicles. I couldn't find my little gas squirt bottle, otherwise we'd take the GMC for a ride today. So that's on pause. Let's get up there and flip-flop some stuff around, and we'll be back when the Falcon's running. Just got back, got the truck here, did some choring, grabbed a whole ton of stuff. That's all gotta go in the Falcon, because the Falcon's coming home for now. And then, I don't know, we'll see. No seats, no interior, so jam as much crap as I can in the trunk. Then I get to jam back home. Sketchily, if I might add. There's no point in having cars if you're not going to drive them with a bunch of crap in the back. I couldn't find the fuel bottle, but I did want to fire up the panel truck today. It's going to be on pause till next time. Hoping the Falcon's only going to be here for a little bit. A pretty decent sized trunk. No back seat definitely helps. It's not always hot rodding. Sometimes you got to make the missus happy. This is going to be the hard one. Front seat. Friggin' A. Now we get to play the vehicle flip-flop game. You guys will probably hear the starter motor going back when I fire this truck up now. Oh, she doesn't sound good. Still works. We're gonna let that one go until it dies. And just for shits and giggles, I'm going to fire up this Volvo because it's been sitting for a couple weeks. Would have been nice to do that just now, take it for a quick test drive beforehand. Find my keys. The hot rod stuff's super fun, but see how Old Faithful does after sitting. Just getting murdered by the weather. Ooh, I got a Harley generator in here. Forgot about that. Come on, baby. Man, I love the old carbureted crap, but this has been sitting for a month and a half. She still started right up. Look at all these leaves that are now living in my car. Oh, it's fun having a million cars where you gotta leave them and just get neglected on a regular basis. Oh well. We're gonna take the Falcon home before it overheats. Ooh, my air conditioner's working. Winning. We're gonna take the Falcon back home, clean out the rest of the garage, and then I gotta figure out what I'm doing. There's a good chance I might be bringing the bagger back home today too. I think I'm gonna drive the Falcon over to my buddy's shop, leave it there overnight. We're gonna be working on that tomorrow morning, and then basically drop the car, try and bring the shovelhead bagger back home. It's been a while since I've seen that bike, and it's not doing any good just sitting there. So if I got that at home with the giant trunk, it's basically like a car. So we'll be back. Man, from one crappy old Ford to another. This thing is super sketch, to say the least. I did not anticipate that being the case when I did the idler arm. I thought I was gonna tighten everything up, but no, we just got a death steer, so steering wheel's nice and tight. It holds the line okay, it's just the alignment's so terrible. When I looked at the front of the car, you can definitely tell that both tires are like kicked in real bad. So turns okay a little bit to the left. It squeals the left tire around right-hand turns typically. Left-hand turns, if I go past like half inch, she's squealing. But she fired right up in one crank and runs like a top. So minor steering issues, we can address those. Catch you when we get home. Despite the sketchiness, we made it home. Parked in typical hit your own garbage can fashion, but things running good. Still got a little bit of stumble at that, like just grazing the throttle if you tip back into it. I don't really care. It's an Edelbrock on here that I just threw on. I got a Holly that I actually want to set up for this car, but that should do it. I'm gonna unload everything, bring all that in, then we gotta clear out the garage, make some room, and decide if I'm gonna bring this up to my buddy's shop tonight or tomorrow. I kinda wanna take the bagger out for a ride, but the weather might not be cooperating. Calling for some rain in a little bit. Just got back home. Gas tank's back on. We are ready. I just clicked it under reserve, so got fuel in the line. Mid-choke. Go for a rip. Alright, we are back at the house. Been cleaning up and doing a bunch of yard work and all sorts of miscellaneous crap. Got a little overzealous. Was hoping to clean up the entire garage and get this trans back together. However, didn't happen. I got the Falcon sitting out at the, well, garage door's closed now, you can't see it, but Falcon sitting at the end of the driveway. We're gonna go over to my buddy's shop and put some control arms in that tomorrow morning, bright and early. Took out the XLCH today and tried racking up some miles on this thing, and this is a fun bike, I'm not gonna lie. I've got plenty of them. I've got faster bikes. That chopper is probably the fastest one in the garage right now. The blue one runs like a top, but this thing, other than that little sputter and hesitation on the mid-range, you roll the throttle through that, she gets up and goes. So this one's pretty much done. It's still leaking a little bit of oil out of that tack drive. I don't know if I'm gonna buy a new Speedo drive and put that in there, or if I'm just gonna rig up a cable. I kind of have like a bigger powder coating plug over the drive and then zip tied it. So it's like a tack drive condom, if you will, and it's leaking all over the place. So she's running good. And the AOD, one more day. I was hoping to have all of that done today, but now it's getting late. It's super hot. FXR, we got room to work on this now until we start doing the motor swap on the Falcon, but all of that will come later on. So that'll wrap up this video. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. We will catch you guys on the next one, and hopefully we'll be doing more things. Garage is clean. We got room to work. Good day. Catch you tomorrow.